Hello, it's Joy Olson here of Blockbuster Fundraising. I want to talk to you about your online relationship with your donors because it's important nowadays with all of your donors being on the web, being mobile responsive, watching you, and having a relationship with you over the web. So what can you do? How can you make it better? Well, you know, John Hayden has a lot of great tips about social media and donors for nonprofits. And so I was watching one of his videos or reading one of his blogs, and he talked a lot about online stewardship, and he had some great tips. And it's so important. We all know that. We need to cultivate those online relationships. And online is so super because it adds all kind of variety. We can put in a link to our YouTube page. We can add a video. We can put a link to our newsletter. It's such a great way to communicate. So John mentioned 5 techniques that can help you improve your online donor stewardship right now. He says, optimize your email correspondence. Give your donors a chance to be a part of the conversation. Share your success stories with your donors. What's more fun than that? Create a recognition program and encourage your donors to share content. You know how we love those shares. They're important. Well, a technique to optimize your email correspondence is just that. Optimize it. And you know why? Because it needs to be good. It's time sensitive, not as time sensitive as a telephone call or getting an appointment. Guess why? Because they can read your content, check out that link anytime they have the time to really get interested. So your nonprofit can also send your donors, as I mentioned before, to other links, your YouTube, your Pinterest, your Snapchat, your Facebook. Hey, and here's something important to remember. You want to send those emails consistently. Sending out emails on a regular basis, hey, that keeps you in your donor's mind. You're in their view, and they expect to hear from you. How wonderful. They don't wonder where you are. They expect to hear from you. John says that how often you communicate with your donors, of course it's personal, but many experts and I am one of those development directors that has spent many years in the trenches. Definitely 4 or 5, that's minimum, because you're going to build trust with your organization and a sense of them knowing what's going on in your mission through your email. So get out there. Another hint, mix up your content, all right? And make sure it's valuable content, because if it has no value, who's going to want to read it? And you know what? It only takes one no value email and they'll start opting out. They just won't open them. So you want your emails to have great content. Put good thought into it because you want your donors to read them. And that's important. And so you're saying, well, what in the world can I put in all these emails? Well, what's currently going on at your organization? Or hey, a thank you message for their support. That's always appreciated. Maybe you're doing a certain project. Let them know how you're doing, an update, and then suggest other ways that they can support your nonprofit. Information about your membership or recognition programs. Lots of ways to keep in touch, to reach out, to make valuable content. I love adding videos and stories because, you know, when you add variety, your donors are going to learn more about you, and they're going to find more areas that interest them, and they're going to find ways that even better ways, more ways they like you. Always, of course, provide a clear call to action, and you should always be creating ways for your donors to continue interacting with you way beyond that email. So a call to action is important, whether you want them to come to an event, whether you want them to send you a donation, and if it's about a donation, thank those donors promptly after receiving their donation. That has to be so important. Thank them 2 or 3 times. And acknowledging your donors promptly makes a great first impression. And so you want to set that giving experience apart from other nonprofits. And so take good care of your donors. Make sure that they know how appreciated they are. And this is something that's really important and a little tricky with emails, because you've got to give your donors a chance to be a part of the conversation, right? You want to give them the opportunity to talk, and you're giving them a chance to contribute by sharing their opinion. Well, that sounds great, doesn't it? How are you going to do this? Here's how. You're going to ask questions. Send surveys, simple surveys that elicit a response, some advice. How do they feel about your programs? What can you do to be better? And then, of course, you respond to comments or messages from them and on your social media accounts. Because as long as your nonprofit is willing to listen to your donors, they're going to be glad to share their thoughts with you. Don't forget to respond back. That's the point of getting a conversation going, and that's how they know you're listening when you're online. They have to hear back from you. You will want to share success stories with your donors, really good stories, because you want your donors to remember these stories, to get it in their mind what you're doing, feeling that you are accomplishing what you said that you were going to do. You are accomplishing what their gift, they've gifted you what they wanted that gift to do. And then when you tell these stories, you want to encourage, remember you're online, encourage them to share your content, because by encouraging donors to share your mission with their friends, their families, their co-workers, they have a lot of people online, they're going to look like the heroes because they're helping your cause. They're the hero, they're championing it. Maybe you're thinking right now, well, how do I get them to share with their friends? Well, here are a few ways that John suggests. Make sure that your content is valuable and relevant on your social media, and that it's something really worthy of reposting so the word gets spread to their social connections. It's got to be valuable content, and create videos and case studies and images. They'll want to share them. And ask them, if you have an upcoming fundraising event, ask your donors to spread the word to get more people involved. Well, that's certainly an easy one, and hopefully you'll have a big event coming up soon. Thank you for having been here today. I hope that you all get acquainted with John Hayden if you are online, because his advice, social media advice for nonprofits, I think is very spot on, and he certainly knows what he's talking about. Joy Olson here of Blockbuster Fundraising, saying thank you so much for having spent the time here this afternoon. We have lots of free fundraising tips on our YouTube Blockbuster Fundraising channel, and you can find us at joyolsongroup.com and at blockbusterfundraising.com. It's always a pleasure. Thank you. Bye-bye.